You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay her. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees. Don't linger on the specifics. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if... While I appreciate the mental exercise we are... Nevertheless, let me assure you, the prince... And before you decide, causality doesn't matter here. It's no use arguing unless, of course... Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in, then each and every... So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns? You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking... The interior of the cabin is almost entirely... The blade is your implement. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a stair. Her voice carries.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? How about you drop the knife, and the two of us...
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your...
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tight.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, so you should just drop it. Best not to risk...
She's unarmed. If you hesitate... You're so close. No, this is a good idea.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Then I'm not talking to you.
The blade tumbles out of your...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just... talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of... If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
They haven't shared a thing, have they? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have, whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the... That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you, either.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question this.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do. But you don't really know me, do you?
She's right about one thing. Her word.
Like I said, it's all about. So do you trust me? The prisoner, the victim, the princess?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Again, she offers no specifics, no matter how.
Too long. Don't jump to any weird conclusions.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a. Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the... She isn't suggesting what I think she is. I'm sure.
Oh? Have you decided what to...
You know why you're here. That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't...
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can... And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your...
You're making a huge... No. You're doing the right. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to their large and heavy, far too solid for you.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended...
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the... Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's... You're here to sleep. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This is easier for her, easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you. The knife. Pick it up and cut me out.
You won't like what... Against your better judgment, you place the blade against... You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, she didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to... How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the... As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too...
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swift... Stop it. Stop resist. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the... I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clip. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to... This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it... You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. It hasn't. Or if it has, I Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust... I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, you know I can hear you two, right? It's going to... And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you... Those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment that this... If you're back here, I'm assuming you died. The absolute irony. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort... But... Sure you are. Anyway, what do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess... Yes, but if it's the latter... What do you think? Do you think the people there lived happily? What a conveniently ambiguous... Oh, how I wish that were... You're talking in... No, I'm talking... Just be quick about it. People locked her in that basement. Look, I'm not Oh, of course you're... Look, I've told you everything you need to know. Not that... She just can. You haven't given us an ounce of... What proof? Literally any... You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, the... Within, you find a note in your handwriting. That doesn't prove anything. I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just... You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell... Exactly. Because you think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get. Great. Now, if you... A warning. She will lie. She will cheat. Yes, don't believe a word she... Did you just say wink? No, I didn't. Just ignore this clown and focus... The interior of the cabin, the only furniture of note is... The blade is your... He definitely did not. Does a mirror not... There isn't a mirror. There's a table. There's definitely... There isn't. I think you know what we have to do. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall, but it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe very different. Yes, but why? Did he change? Now isn't that a knock? So focus up. I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Still with those past life delusions? Peachy. Okay. Normally, yeah, but it's not wonderful. Don't worry. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. The door to the basement creaks. Her voice.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out? Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where... That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat?
The door locked behind us, as if by device. That's not... Unless you Huh. So it's not even...
How surprising. They...
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get to...
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we...
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away...
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as...
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. I don't know. How about we think about the nuances? How many times did I... As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess, your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you...
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word. No. Her eyes stare... I'll be damned. She's actually doing... Huh. So that's her. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. There's an uneasy silence. Her head twists slowly to the side. The remaining tissue is not... Oh no, oh no, oh no. What? The princess's eyes stare up at... I hate this. Can we... Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready...
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking for...
Look,
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel...
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able... The door. Check.
You open the cabin door, ready to return. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find...
You don't have to act surprised. We could see...
But if everything's gone, this is your reward. And okay. This is what's best for everyone.
Like hell it...
What's done is done. Time passes. You can't be sure of...
Decades? No, it can't be But we're not happy. He's just telling us that we are.
Yeah, what he's...
We still have a blade.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternal... That's great. More happy time.
He's just...
The voices protest. Eventually you pass into...
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
You know what you have to... Don't apologize.
Wait, why? Your body lurches as your heart... Are you killing us?
You'll forgive me eventually.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really...
Why should it matter if we die at this...
I don't...
That's all we need.
It turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after you collapse to the floor, everything goes dark.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
You're on a path in the...
We didn't have everything we ever...
But it was nice.
I do.
And this isn't.
That just means we're on the right track.
Can you two stop fighting? No, it isn't. You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how
Huh.
Holding it's starting to... It doesn't matter if we spawn with it or have to trudge all the way up to the cab.
I didn't.
Well, this is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the... So you actually managed to slay her?
We weren't satisfied with...
But it has happy. It wasn't actually very... I was fine with it, but that spiteful bastard gave...
I had a great reason.
And you don't think we're stuck now? We're still in a cave? You know, if you think about it, don't you start philosophizing. Are you serious? You know what? Yeah, screw this.
You're all being Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing?
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance
Never to be seen again. All we did was...
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. Huh. That felt... Are you serious? Fine. You walk away from the cabin.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting... What's going on? Where are we? Did we do this? That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?